Mid-Autumn Festival just around the corner, you know we have officially entered autumn. And of course, a change of season calls for a change of wardrobe. Now, the big 4 fashion weeks are taking place in September. So get ready to be spoiled by all the fabulous fashion news in our Spotlight feature of the month. But first tonight, Kelly and I are going to take you sample some exquisite French delicacies. So Kelly, I know you're a foodie yourself, so tell me, what sort of culinary experience do you look for when you're eating out?
I think it has a lot to do with the quality of ingredients, and also it's important that the chefs are creative because I like to try new things. So to sum up the perfect culinary experience for me, it would be one word: unpredictability.
Very well said. Now, good food obviously is an essential component of a satisfying meal, but who doesn't like a pleasant environment to add to the whole experience?
Interior architecture is inseparable from culinary resplendence. With a romantic atmosphere that tells a story, the interior designers have taken a deluxe approach to the space. Take a look at the pattern on the glass. It's actually a map of Paris. Inspired by the court of Versailles, the designer has chosen the color gold for decorating the private room on the other side. The kitchen is equipped with a noble and classic-looking central double island, as well as a traditional open-face rotisserie. Now, let's speak with the interior designer Glenn Puschelberg and find out more about the design features of the restaurant.
As a designer, if you're designing a restaurant without the help of artists and craftspeople, restaurants tend to be a little flat. And I think that when we think about the history of really grand and great restaurants, there's usually beautiful murals or figurative paintings. I remember there was a wonderful restaurant in New York where they did paintings of monkeys and hats and costumes and stuff, and it was whimsical and fun, and you remember that. So we were thinking about that. We commissioned artists to paint a mural of a forest with deer and fox and different animals running through the forest, rabbits, and in different scenes, and the light streaming through the trees. And that became, this big canvas became the backdrop of the dining room.
Within a French context, enjoying afternoon tea is said to be a 17th century phenomenon associated with the French royalty. The champagne afternoon tea set was designed with this history in mind. The chef has decided to put together a savory and sweet collection including caviar, black truffle, and Basque ham, and of course, many other different selections.
Being adventurous and creative are the qualities a good chef needs to have, because when it comes to cooking, there are 2 very important factors. The foods need to be visually stimulating and taste bud tantalizing.
That's right, and as we can see, the chefs are very detail-minded when it comes to presentation. Everything is so artistically laid out with the use of rare ingredients such as truffles and caviar.
Sounds really good. I wonder what they got for us next.
Topped with a jelly-like lemon ice cold, the oysters are served as a starter. To enhance the flavor of the oysters, the chef has combined them with fresh sorrel, tomato, and shallot sorbet. The main lobster is complemented with fennel compote and shavings, adding a touch of licorice-like essence to the dish. Poached rhubarb and basil are added to give colors to the dish.
Tell us, what have you prepared for us today?
Today we have roasted cod right there with some bluefoot mushrooms, spring onions, to put right one there. We have as well some cocoa beans. It's the best time like in July, so they come from Paimpol in Brittany. And the sauce is as well made with the cocoa beans, so very natural. Then we have the duck from Chalon, Center-West in France, with peaches. Peaches is kind of the classic dish, but this one is revised, more refreshed. So that's why I try to bring a different textures. You have the raw peaches on the right there, carrots puree with peaches, and the roasted peach on the other side, and we do a natural jus with that.
So as for the desserts, we have the French organic lemon, which the taste is different as from the standard one, not as sour. And it comes with the coconut milk and the fresh mints, which bring a very refreshing dessert and perfect for summer. As for this one, the Tanariva is a pure origin chocolate from Madagascar. The milkiness of the chocolate brings the perfect balance in terms of texture with the toffee cardamom, the soaked espresso ladyfinger, and the macadamia.
The fresh organic lemon curd is wrapped in a strip of coconut panna cotta, and Chef Mathieu has paired it with some toasted coconut and coconut meringue, giving the light dessert an extra crunch. The chocolate dessert is like a caramel ice cream hidden in a chocolate shell. On the inside, there are layers of espresso-soaked ladyfingers, and together with the macadamia ice cream, both lift up the taste of the dessert.